Recently in the news, Beyonce mother house was robbed of $1 million and some jewelry. I believe the robbers came in the house and they took the whole safe. That's right, the robbers came in this lady house and took the whole safe. It had $1 million of cash in it and it had some jewelry in it. Now, this is kind of strange to me because this lady don't bother nobody. And of course, if I was a thief, I probably would say, okay, this is somebody famous mother, so she probably got some money or something valuable in her house. So I can understand from a thief standpoint. But it's still silly though. Can people can your own people, can black people enjoy being wealthy, without having to look over their shoulder and be robbed of their jewelry, getting their house broken into, people fall on them places and harming them. Come on now. It used to be a time where if anybody from that looked like us or from our community was famous, we supported them. We treated them like God. But now it's like it's a hit on you or something just because you're famous or because you got money. You almost be afraid to say you got money. You know what I mean? But for famous people, they can't hide that. They can't hide who they are and what they do and what they got. But it's sad to see. I remember Boosie saying that don't become an entertainer. Go do something else with your life. And then Boosie was saying something about, you know, all the money he had to pay out for security. He got to have people around him every day. He can't be alone. He can't go nowhere alone. Um, Stuff he go through with the police, the system, people trying to sue him. Yeah, he just was saying about the headaches of being an entertainer. And I can understand it because I've seen too many of these cases play out over the internet, over the news. I think T Grizzly house got broken into, and it seemed like T Grizzly been chilling. He been doing a video game, making his money off of video games. Exploring other ways to make money. And the man house got broken into. But by the way, the bigger picture is both of these houses are in L.A. or near L.A. Tina Knowles' house, which is Beyonce mother, and T Grizzly house. Um, I think he lived in L.A. or outside of L.A. But let's say both of these houses are in L.A. So you know what's going on in L.A. You got to have a different type of security. May have to get with other celebrities and see how they keep their house protected. You know, and it may not even matter. It may just be the point of some of these guys is going around targeting these famous houses, and they target it and they know how to get in them, or they figure out how to get in them, or maybe their cousins work for the cable company and the landscaping company, and they giving out the information to the rich people houses. You'd be amazed how some of this stuff go down. It don't always just because a bank got robbed don't mean it was random. Sometimes that came from the bank teller, somebody who work in the bank that know a lot. She wants some extra cash, so she called Tyrone. That's right. She called Tyrone, somebody in the street. They get down like that, and she had to come through and do what they do. Sometimes the lick come from within inside. I don't know. I don't know who would know. This lady got a safe with $1 million in it and some jewelry. Just thinking off the top of my head, most likely they got lucky. Just targeted a famous rich person house, and they got lucky. And then, but if they was prepared to take the safe, maybe it was a setup. How did they get the safe out the crib? The safe weigh a lot. So how did they get that thing out the crib, out the house? So that could be something to look at. I'm sure the police will figure it out. None of this stuff is. A lot of these cases get solved so quick. There's cameras everywhere. This stuff getting solved so quick it don't even make sense. I don't even know why people do crime half the time. Between snitches and cameras, a lot of this stuff gets solved anyways. It's just a waste of time to do crime. But yeah, that was my thought on this whole thing. Is these wealthy people can't even enjoy their wealth. They being targeted. They famous and they being targeted. They're targeted by their own people, targeted by the system, targeted by people trying to sue them. Just targeted, man. The whole thing is sad. Because the point in life is to get wealthy and do better. But once you get wealthy, guess what? Somebody else wanna have what you have or come up off of you. This whole thing is crazy, man. But I guess you gotta learn how to play the game. What do some of these wealthy people do to protect their money and their assets? They getting the LLCs, they been trust. What are they doing? So I guess you gotta play the game like them to survive and to keep your money, protect your money. I see why a person like Donald Trump uh, never really paid any taxes. That's just him trying to keep his money. Some say, well, oh, he might scam in the system. No, that's probably him trying to keep most of his money. If he made $1 billion, he gonna try to keep 999 million. I don't blame him. It's kind of when tax time comes, it's kind of irritating to pay all this lump sum money back in taxes, but that's the law of the land, so it is what it is. You do what you got to do. But anybody looking to become famous, get your game plan right. This also happened to Chris Brown too, if I'm thinking about it right. Chris Brown went to a concert and somebody took 50,000 out of his house, held his auntie or somebody was in the house, held them up and took 50,000. This stuff is crazy, man. Protect yourself. I'm sure the stars got security and all that, but when security ain't enough and they still running in these houses taking this money, that's scary. You know, uh, like I said, Beyonce mother ain't never to me. I ain't never seen her part of no negativity, no nothing. And so this lady can't enjoy her life because she got a celebrity daughter, two celebrity daughters, and she can't enjoy her life. And without somebody breaking in her house, this is crazy, man. Stars, anybody with money, protect yourself. I'm out.